Hello and welcome to Shave in Solitude. I hope all of you guys are doing really well. My name is Suraj and thank you for joining me on this video. So in today's video, we are going to be doing a review of the Goodfellas Smile Lybra razor. Now this is a razor which was released in 2025. You guys may have seen a few YouTube reviews on it, praising it quite a bit. And I thought, hey, let me go ahead and give it a try. But the $225 price tag was a little too high for me. So thank you so much, Doug Lane, one of my friends of the channel. He went ahead and loaned me his razor for me to go ahead and give it a shot. So that's what we are going to be going ahead and doing today. What we will be doing is also taking a look at what this razor actually aims to do, right? I mean, on the surface of it, this is a razor which has a plate which switches the blade gap and blade exposure. Now, to me, that's going to be very, very similar to something like the Rockwell 6S, or even its cheaper sibling, the Rockwell 6C. So what we're going to go ahead and do is take a look at whether this razor justifies its $225 price tag. And obviously I'll share my thoughts with you guys. I'll share the razor specifications, my rating. But before that, let's also take a look at some of the gear that we're going to be using for the shave today. So given that this razor is on loan from Doug Lane, I thought it's only fitting that I use one of his soaps. So we are going to be using lime on the line. For the brush, we are going to be using a Goodfellas Smile brush. And for the shave bowl, we are going to be using a Rodak ceramics shave bowl. By the way, this one, it's smaller than it looks. So before we build the lather in the bowl, let's go ahead and take a look at the razor and see how is it that it works. So this is not your typical 3-piece razor, it's a 4-piece razor. So this is the razor handle. It's a nice, heavy, chunky one. The knurling is good. It really gives a very good grip. And then you have 3 separate pieces to this particular razor head. So first and foremost, this is the top cap. And what I want you guys to keep in mind is this angle of the top cap that you see, which is very similar to a Henson razor. And please keep this in mind because this will help when I'm telling you about the features of the razor. So we're going to load this up with a 4th use Perma Sharp. I've been having great luck with the Perma Sharp on this particular razor. So we have loaded up the blade and I'm holding it by the end caps like I've always shown you guys. I use my fingers to pinch in the blade and then hold it. And the first thing that will go on top of this particular top cap is this, what I would like to call the middle cap. So it's got a line cut right here. That means it will align with the lines here. So all I do is I just drop it on top of it and again just hold on to it. And then this is the bottom cap, which has the 2 different blade cap settings. Now for the life of me, I don't know why Goodfellas Smile decided on not making it simple. So none of these sides, this is my first major quirk with this particular razor, none of the sides says which side is what. For example, if you were to be shaving with Rockwell, you will notice if it says 6 over here, you know that you're using the 6 plate. For the life of me, I don't know why is it that they couldn't put something similar so I know what plate I'm using. To keep things simple, just keep one thing in mind. Most of you guys, 9 out of 10 people, will use this on what they like to call the mild side. But it's not mild. It's got a blade gap of 0.7 millimeters. It's got a blade exposure of 0.1 millimeters, And that, what I've seen, is perfect for your daily shaves, or even if you shave once in 2 days like what I have right now. So for you to see whether the side that you're putting is the mild one or not is if the toothy side of this particular bottom cap is facing down, you are on the mild side. You're going to go ahead. I have been holding on to this top cap and middle cap along with the blade. I'm just going to drop this. Remember, what I want is I want the toothy side down because that is the mild side. That is how it works. And then we're going to put the razor handle back and we are all set to go. Now, one of the main things that I've noticed that this three-piece top cap helps to do is it's able to go ahead and really reduce blade chatter because of extreme blade clamping. Now, this razor is very good in case you have extremely tough hair. And you guys might have noticed if you have very tough hair, when you're making a pass, there might be the blade moving slightly, which causes chatter. This particular blade clamping makes sure that there is no chatter. The other thing, and this is why I was saying keep in mind of this angle that you guys see, what I've noticed is this angle makes it very easy for you to know how you should be placing this on your face and how you should cut the hair. Now, that is different from the Rockwell Success. As you can see, the Rockwell Success does not have a defined angle. So you need to find the angle while you're going ahead and you're shaving, which is okay. Once you've been shaving for a while, it's easy to find it. This, I think, is a little bit more beginner friendly if you're still trying to figure out what the right angle should be. So that's about it in terms of how to load the razor and some of the quirks. Like I said, I wish they would have just stamped what setting you're using directly on the bottom plate, which they didn't. But let's go ahead, let's build the lather. And while I'm doing that, let me take you guys through the razor specifications. And I will compare it to the Rockwell Success or 6C because pretty much at a broad level, this is trying to do the same thing. It's going ahead and it is giving you two different shave settings, so to speak. So it's only fair that we compare it to something like the 6S or the 6C. So let's take a look at the razor specifications, guys. Now see, on the surface, what this razor is trying to do is it's trying to give you two different settings, right? I mean, the mild side is giving you a blade cap of 0.70 with a blade exposure of 0.10, and on the other side it's giving you 1.2 millimeters and 0.3 millimeters. Now this side I would say you can use probably for your first pass if you're shaving once every few days. But if you're shaving daily or maybe once every 2 days, the mild side is just fine. Now, what I also did is I tried to compare it to other razors on the market, which probably do, the similar thing. Because the key thing obviously is this $225 that you see, which is not cheap. So for example, the Razor Rock Game Changer, either you can pick up the 0.76 or the 0.84 millimeter plate, and that razor, that one razor, everything will cost you only $60, right? And if you want to go ahead, if you want to pick up, let's say you pick up the 0.76 razor and you also want the 0.84 plate, that's just $30 more. So overall, even if you do go ahead and do that, that's still less than half the price of this particular razor. In the similar way, if you look at the 6S and 6C, now the blade gaps, which would be most comparable to the mild side, is going to be plate 5 and 6, which are 0.69 and 0.79 millimeters respectively. Do keep in mind that both Razorrock and Rockwell do not disclose their blade exposure. I had reached out to Razorrock and they were very candid to say, hey, you know what, we shared that, and the next day people in China just go ahead and copy it. You know which are the companies that I'm talking about. Anyway, let's leave that on the side for a second. Now, one thing that you will notice is that the weight of the razor is almost 30% more than all the rest of these razors. Now, there is a reason for it. What it's trying to do is, and that is what you guys must have heard many times in many of the videos, let the weight of the razor do the work, right? What it's basically saying is, once you've got the angle built in of the razor head on your face when it starts to cut the hair, keep the pressure at a minimum and let the weight of the razor just, slide down for you to go ahead and do that shave. And this tremendous amount of weight in this particular razor helps you do exactly that. All right, moving to where it's made. In case if you guys care about it, this is where these particular razors are made. One of the things which was very unique for me to find out is, although Rockwell is a company based in Canada, their Rockwell 6S is actually made in the USA. Obviously 6C, given the price that they want to go ahead and target, is made in China. In terms of the material use, all these three use 316L stainless steel. Your razor is going to last you for a really long time, as long as you maintain it. Don't keep a wet blade in it. Once every couple of shaves, at least open it up, clean it up, so that there is no rust from the blade which goes onto the steel, and you should be good. In terms of the 6S, obviously it uses a chrome-plated die-cast zinc alloy, or called as Zamac. And in terms of the manufacturing process, the first two, which is the Lybra and the Razorrock, are CNC machined. The Rockwell uses a different kind of technology called as MIM, and obviously the 6E is die-cast. So, although these numbers look good on paper, is there a difference in terms of how is it that it shaves? And for that, I will request you to stick around for the shave and see it actually doing the shave and see how well or poorly it does. Alright guys, we are back after the razor specifications. So we are working with around 2 days of growth. I've gone ahead and I have created the lather in the Rodak ceramic bowl. And let's start building the lather on the face. So apply a light coat first on the face, paint it on, and then we will splay the brush and work the lather in. So this Goodfellas Smile brush seems to have a lot more squish. It seems to have a lot more scritchiness than my normal synthetic brushes. And it doesn't splay all that well. But it's not bad. Okay, I think we're good. So let's get started with the shave. Let me wash up my hands. I've got lather going all the way. So I just wet the razor and going with pass number 1. North to south, minimal pressure guys, and just let this razor head just lie on your face. Start pulling it down. You'll be able to see once it starts cutting hair, and just maintain that angle. The residual slickness on Doug's soaps are phenomenal, and this particular soap, Lime on the Line, smells divine. Very nice, very refreshing for a hot Texas summer. So even though I am shaving with the mild side, as you can see, it took off 2 days of growth in a jiffy. So do any of you guys own this razor? If you do, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it in the comments. The razor shaves very well, guys. So in case anybody wants to say, does it shave well? It shaves very well. Whether the price of $225 is justified or not, we'll get to that. I mean, just look at the amount of stubble it's been able to take off. And keep in mind, this is with a 4th use permashot. All right, we're good. Let me wash up, come back for pass 2. All right, we're back for pass number 2, east to west. Let's begin. It always helps to blow your face like this so that it makes the skin go so much more closer to the blade and you're able to get a much more closer shave. Same thing over here. So in these areas, what I try to do is I try to put my tongue and bulge it out so that it can cut the hair. Same thing here. And that blade clamping that I had gone ahead and spoken about, phenomenal. It's able to go ahead, these hair, generally I would say 5 to 6 out of 10 razors, I can feel some chatter here because my hair in this particular chin area is really hard. This razor, no problem at all. Now let's do the neck, my toughest hair. You can hear it cut, right? All right, let's wash up and let's see how's it that we did. All right guys, we're back and you can see why this razor has been regarded so well. Forget about the price point for a second, right? If you just are going to view this razor on the merits of how well does it cut hair, I think it does a phenomenal job. As you see, I'm pretty much done. Absolutely. I mean, obviously, you know that I'll go in for the third pass because I need a perfect BBS. But 8 out of 10 people don't. I mean, we BBS people are a rare breed, so to speak. But for most of the people, a 2-pass shave and you're done. You're absolutely done. So this razor is really good, guys. But let's go ahead, let's prep for pass number 3 and call it a BBS shave. All right, let's do pass number 3 from south to north. I always start right in the center. Okay, very good. Let's do the side. Let me rinse the razor. Now let's do the cheeks. And this built-in angle is really helping me, set the razor in terms of what I wanted to do. Let's do this side. I've been trying to use my non-dominant hand on this side for a new series which will come up soon. It's going to take a little while, maybe a couple of months. Because I still need a lot of work on my skills. Mustache. Short strokes in these areas are the best, guys. You don't need to take long strokes. Short buffing strokes. Okay. And finally, let's do the chin. I think the chin might have dried up a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of blood here and here. But it is so smooth, you don't even feel it. That's the dangerous part of it. But nothing major, guys. And this is again because, as you saw for the first two passes, it was absolutely fine. It's only against the grain third pass where it has a little bit of a problem. All right, let me wash up. Let's see how is it that we did. So just need a little bit of touch up on these couple of places that I normally do. I'll just take care of that quickly. And then there is this one area here in a weird way where I have to shave in this way, where I know always the hair will come back the first. So I just want to take care of that. All right, a quick touch up. Again, just use the angle guide. You don't need to think too much. Just use the built-in angle and you'll be good. Oh, I'm sorry, I was supposed to use my left hand. Yeah, we're good. All right, I'm going to wash up and then let's put the alum and see how's that we did. All right, alum feedback. Now, this mild plate gives such a smooth shave, guys. And there are areas now you realize that you might have gone a little too much, because you can definitely feel a little bit of a sting. It's not crazy, but yeah, a little bit you can definitely feel it. That means you got a super close shave as well. It's not burning like, you did a bad shave, but it's like, it's close, it's really close. All right, let me go ahead, let me keep this on for 30 seconds. I'm gonna wash up. In that time, let me take you through my subjective rating, and then we'll finalize everything in my final thoughts. Now, in terms of the subjective rating, let's look at value. Now, okay is what I've gone ahead and I've given it because I think 225 for what it's doing is a little high. I had half a mind of saying, is it poor? But given the quality of shave, as you guys saw, I felt that's too harsh of a rating, but I cannot give it as good. I mean, had it been, stick around till my final thoughts, I think for it to get a good or a great rating, the price point needed to be something different. In terms of the fit and finish, like I've gone ahead and I've told you guys, I have a major problem with the fact that it's not easy to see which side of the plate you're using. And what I also saw is, although the handle and the top cap clean up really well, the middle and the bottom cap, somehow I'm not able to get it to the shiny way that I want. So it's good, but not great. Balance again, although I completely get that there is a purpose behind the weight of the razor, like I had mentioned in my razor specifications, that it helps you to put less pressure and let the weight of the razor do the shave. In case if you're getting slightly older, wrist fatigue is something that you could face, which is why I did not give it as great, I gave it as good. Then the next thing is how easily does it mow down hair, and this is where, it just does a phenomenal job, guys. So there is no other rating apart from great that this razor deserves. And again, as long as you don't go too much on the pressure, let the weight of the razor do the work. Although it has a positive blade exposure, as long as you can modulate the pressure, it gives you a phenomenal shave. So post-shave feel and all that is also really, really good, which is why I gave it a rating of great. So the final score is 82.5. Now let's move on to my final thoughts about the Goodfellas Smile Lybra razor. So my final thoughts about the Goodfellas Smile Lybra razor. I think it's a really good razor, guys. However, given that most people are just going to stick with that 0.7 millimeter blade cap with the 0.1 millimeter blade exposure, I think there are a few things that the company can do to build on this. Number one is just sell it with that blade. Trust me, that is all that 95% of the people will need. Just sell it with that plate. You don't need to have the two plates. That's one. Number two, obviously, like I said, they need to fix and easily show which side is what. Once you own the razor, you'll know it, because it's not that it's like the 6S or 6C, which has got 6 settings. It just has 2. That would help. Number 3 is, if you're selling this for $225, I think you should at least put a matching stand with it. It's not cheap, right? And lastly, if they were able to make these particular changes, forget the stand, and drop the price down to around 150, that's going to be the sweet spot for this particular razor, guys. And it's a very, very well built razor. See, money is subjective. For some people, 225 is okay. For many people like myself, I need to think about it a couple of times before I spend so much of money. If you're able to get it in a buy, sell, trade group for, let's say, 150, it's a no-brainer, pick it up. If you're able to get it on some kind of a sale for around 150, again, no-brainer, pick it up. I think overall, a very well-made razor. You will be able to get similar, although not exactly the same, results from, let's say, a 6C, a 6S. You can pick up two completely different plates of something like a Razor Rock Game Changer. They cost around $50 to $60. So you can pick up a razor for around $60. You can pick up a couple of more base plates for, I think, around $25 or $30. You could do that. You could also, if you prefer to buy something completely US made, you could buy the Maxwell June. The Maxwell June standard with the entire razor, I think, is around $90. And you can buy an EX top cap for, I think, around $30 or $40 more. So there are options. But of all of them, I would say that the blade clamping and hence the blade rigidity and lack of chatter, and for people who have extremely hard hair, like I know that I have extremely hard hair over here, I've got some really tough hair here on the neck, this razor is slightly better than some of those razors. Anyway, those are my thoughts. I wanted to again thank Doug Lane for loaning this razor to me. Doug, thank you so much. And as always, guys, you saw Doug's soaps are phenomenal. Great lather, great residual slickness, and the aftershaves are great as well. So I hope that this review helped you. Let me know what you think about this razor in case you have one or you're thinking of getting one. And till the next video, I hope you guys have a great week ahead, and I'll see you again. Bye.